I'm Mike.
I'm Kat.
And I'm Gran Turismo 4.5.
Epic bird. I wouldn't say that. Today we're reviewing Gran Turismo 5.
7 years too late.
Now this racing simulator has very high expectations.
What's good about the game?
This is the hardest thing I've ever had to review because I have such a love for the series, and this has nothing to do with PS3 versus Xbox 360.
Or your penis size.
It has some of the best sceneries in a racetrack that you will ever see on this generation.
It's beautiful. I played it in 3D.
If you have the Logitech racing wheel and the 3D television, it is spectacular. She's a chick, I'm a guy, thank you.
She's a gal and I'm a fella. You're gonna hear a lot of buts in this review. Yes, the scenery is good, but some tracks it's not so good.
There's 800 cars that I'm going to say officially have been imported from Gran Turismo 4. So deal with it. Sorry fanboys, it's proven fact, and you can't zoom in on photo mode.
I don't know about you guys, but I love racing in cockpit view, and not all the cars have cockpit view.
Yeah, what's with that?
It's too ambitious for its own good.
True. I would rather just have 300 or 200 cars with cockpit view and full damage, rather than having 1,000 half-assed ones.
Let me talk about the menu system for a second.
Very convoluted.
The worst menu system they could come up with, it seems they went with.
Things are hidden in the menu, like it's hard to find certain things. It was hard to find the online, like play online. It was like this little logo on the top left corner.
It's just not user-friendly at all.
It's not. And no, it reminds me of Windows 3.1.
Is the crowd still crappy?
Yeah.
Yellow t-shirt, yellow t-shirt.
Hang on a second. 7 years, what were you doing?
I think they're doing that 10-minute epic intro. 4 years. Some of the music in this racing simulator is shocking. Shockingly bad.
There's so many bad choices in this. A game that takes 7 years should not turn out like this.
But it is an excellent racing simulator.
Well,
just the driving. You can edit tracks.
You make your own tracks.
Only certain sections of the track, like a little bendy curve, change it. Yeah, that's cool. You can tune your car. There is documentaries on the Blu-ray disc, though some you have to download.
How can any of you Gran Turismo fans pop this disc in and go, they did a bang-up job? Look what they've done with Forza in 7 years. They've popped out 3 Forza games, and they continuously are getting better and going to new places. If you're going to make a racing sim, you can't just rehash part 4, add some cars, make it look better. They
made a game that's really exciting with the damage after level 40. And it takes a while to get to level 40.
Damage is not important to Gran Turismo.
I think it is.
I don't think there should be damage in Gran Turismo 5. It should have not been a visual thing. It should have just been a data recording thing.
Yeah, even that. If there was, or even if there was like a percentage thing. Also, there's an arcade mode, which is sick. If you don't want to go through the whole campaign and this and that, you can just go in, pick a car out of like 50 cars, fast cars, regular cars, whatever you want, and just race.
You can have fun right off the hop.
Yeah, so they basically made it so that I'd actually want to play a game like this, because I just want to play the cool cars.
And then there's b-spec, where you just basically coach the car or the driver what to do. Go faster, be more aggressive. It's just fun for literally 5 minutes. And then of course there's the a-spec, where you're going to be spending most of your time racing.
Let's talk about the campaign for a second. It's the same thing we've seen before. I know that you haven't played past games, but what do you think?
Earlier on, like when you're leveling up, when you first, it's way too easy. All you have to do is find the car in that class with the most horsepower and the lightest in weight, and you're going to win. And it's also very difficult. For me, I found as a new user of GT to find the correct car you need for that race. Took me maybe 15 minutes before I could start.
I know
racing.
that.
They should have made it where you need a car like this and then you can automatically go to the dealership. You don't have to go back to the menu, load.
It's so clunky. It takes forever to get anywhere, to navigate anywhere.
The used dealership, the cars didn't look banged up or anything. They all look brand new. In a racing simulator, graphic-wise, what is the most important thing?
Oh, I know.
Catherine?
The cars.
The cars! Now, these cars look so amazing in the garage, in the dealership.
In the garage?
In the garage. As soon as you take them out to the track, there's an issue here.
The anti-aliasing around the car is wretched. Again, it's been 7 years. There's no excuse for this. I'm not saying that this is taking away from the game that much, but give me a goddamn break. Can't get anti-aliasing around the cars, the most important thing.
That's what we thought they were working on. They keep on saying we're the details. And
how come that
I think they got, honestly, Jay, they got obsessed with certain details. Oh, the reflections on the car have to be perfect.
I know a lot of you are going to argue right now with all of the points that we've said already. The anti-aliasing, look at me in the eyes. I don't care what you do, what you dig up. There's nothing to excuse that. There's nothing you can do. Let the emotions hit you hard. I want you guys to cry about this because this is your game, okay? I want you to tears to come down. I want your mom, what's wrong? Split my face.
And the shadows of the cars that are on the track are terrible. No excuse for this. Screen tearing. If you go into the bumper view specifically, there's major screen tearing. There's also another issue I had with they don't know how to do trees in some tracks. You can use sprites put together like that. If you want to know what I'm talking about, the first kart race challenge, that track.
Say that's necessarily a bad thing because you are supposed to be
That's
going
true.
100 miles an hour past these things.
And the city, anything in the
Still,
city
though,
looks
isn't that
amazing.
hard?
Yeah, online mode, holy shit.
Online mode is terrible. To connect with your friends to challenge them to a race, you gotta send them a 20-digit code that they have to type in
No,
themselves.
you're kidding.
It's just ridiculous.
There's no quick play feature, so you can't just hit quick play and start racing. You have to manually go through available lobbies. This is garbage.
We're not bashing this game until it dies, okay? So relax.
We're
I
just
know
being extra hard on it because it took 7 years and the
Okay.
biggest budget ever.
Somebody got something in their head and thought this was brilliant, but guess what? It isn't. Overall, this game, for me, is one of the biggest letdowns in video game history. Now, I'm going to give this game a 7 out of 10. The only good thing in this game for me is the racing.
Which is the most important thing.
Yes, still spectacular. Yes, they added go-karts and NASCAR, and we didn't cover much of that. It's because there really isn't much to cover.
Rally racing's really fun.
Yes, rally racing is spectacular as always, but you notice the anti-aliasing and it takes you out of a real-world simulator. Go-karting in this is definitely fun. It's a nice addition to the game, but was it pointless? Kind of for me. I'm never going to play it. And the NASCAR, it seems like it was a second thought. The license came up, let's throw it in. We're going to take control of all the motorsports. So Forza 3 for me tops Gran Turismo 5. Keep it minimum the hate in this review.
I agree with almost everything you said. I think you're being a little bit too hard on it.
No, 7 years.
I'm new to the franchise, so it's all kind of new to me, right? This is an 8 out of 10 for me. This is a great racing simulator. Really had fun getting those premium cars with the cockpit view and racing. It's kind of like life in the woods, you know? And there's like beams of light. Only the beams of light are the good parts. You have to work hard to get to the good parts in this game. That's the point I'm trying to get to.
Terrible.
It's like
analogy.
snow peas. You
Yeah.
gotta crack open the shell, you get a few peas.
It's
but
like pistachios, but like the shell is really
Well, like-
hard. If you're not into racing simulators, stay away from this. This is not an arcade racer. I recommend a rent if you have no idea. I can't believe I'm giving a PS3 exclusive a higher score than you. I think it's weird.
7 years.
This is not the game that was expected, nor is it the game that was promised. And that's my whole issue with Gran Turismo 5. Anyways, comment below, unsubscribe. Like this
1,
video.
2, 3,
7
7
years.
years.
Control freak, link in the underbar.
Hi.
Good.
Okay. Oh, your ass is on my fat.